Greetings, this is Kevin McPeak continuing the Leadership and Technology series, and today is September 10, 2015, and I'm at the INSA and AFCEA Joint Intelligence and National Security Summit in Washington, D.C., which is an annual two-day event. And I'm here with Roy Gingher from Symantec. Roy, welcome.
Thank you, Kevin, for inviting me in.
Roy, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and what it is you do at Symantec?
So I'm retired Air Force, Intel. I came out of knowledge management in Intel. Here at Symantec, I am the technical account manager for the DoD and intelligence part of the business. So I handle our overall intelligence solutions within the IC and within DoD.
Wow, that seems like a pretty busy workload for you, Roy.
It's pretty busy, but it's my passion. My passion is helping the country, and also I get to mentor some really young engineers. It's been quite nice at this place.
Excellent. Roy, what are your thoughts so far? What things have you learned, and what are your thoughts so far about the conference here today, yesterday?
So the biggest thing I've learned, which is maybe shouldn't have been a shock to me, was that this conference has turned it around to about people. That we have to realize that we don't know what we don't know. We have to understand we know that's a new thing now. So don't think we know everything. And then also that the troops nowadays, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Coast Guard, the young guys, the training's got to get better. We've got to find ways of keeping them in the service and ways industry can help government with these guys to make their lives easier, because cyber has become the next big thing. So the next big threat, next big war may not be a nuclear war like I thought when I was growing up. The next big war may be a cyber war. And it still be the case what Einstein says, we don't know what the next war is going to be like, but the warfare it may still be sticks and stones. So think about that. So it was kind of interesting to say that the new cyber warrior guys are the tip of the spear again. So they're the lancers. They're the guys that are going to be out front.
It almost seems to me, Roy, that in previous generations of warfare focused on ground forces and naval forces, then there was the introduction of space and the airspace as the third domain.
Final frontier.
It seems like cyber is now the fourth domain. Would you agree with that?
Oh, I totally agree that cyber is the fourth domain. So think about it as, and it's an all-encompassing domain. You could have an enemy that is helping a nation state that doesn't live in that nation state. That he could be living in your backyard. That doesn't make him an insider threat. Your enemy may not even be a nation state. It may be a bunch of young kids that got together and found a vulnerability and want to exploit it just so they can brag about it. And they don't care if they leak national secrets or if they go in and, like happened to me at DEF CON, I had the elevator turned off in the hotel. They just turned it off. So, but let's say that's a joke. What if the next thing they do isn't a joke? What if the next thing they do is they go in and they turn up a bridge, or they turn an electric power plant off? So right. That's our next worry about it. And it's done maliciously, but not as a nation state. So, right.
So impacts against SCADA and critical infrastructure, right. Things of that nature.
So
very interesting.
So look at the threats that have come out. You have Black Vine that's come out lately. You've had some really interesting threats.
Could you explain Black Vine?
So Black Vine was an attack by, we think, a nation state.
Okay.
Against the healthcare industry.
Interesting.
Records.
What was their goal?
Medical records, I'd say. Well, we don't know. We won't ever know what their goal is.
Yep.
Think about it. We know what they took.
Okay.
We think we know what they took.
Interesting.
Right? But what happens? What does that mean? So let's just take OPM. The attack on OPM. So they got yours and mine or other people's information. What good is it? They needed credit card information. So it wasn't about money. So what was it about? So it was about turning that information into knowledge. So you take data, you put it in context, it becomes information. You take it into knowledge, and the last thing, it's intelligence when it's actionable. And so that we're doing that. So maybe a foreign government want to know who all has clearance. So you show up at their border to go in to see something. They know, well, that person got a clearance. Why are they here? Are they really a tourist? Maybe we should watch them. So we have to worry about those things.
So basically, it becomes a tool for their counterintelligence services to sort of parse through who's entering their national territorial boundary to determine who might be part of our collection.
So that's what I think. But who knows what their ultimate goal is? Their ultimate goal could be something entirely different. But that's what I think. So let's look at it as a whole. Look at these. We got to look at these breaches and take and correlate the information out and see what it really means. What all that information means when it's correlated out.
Roy, really appreciate your time today. Look forward to what's left of the conference. And I just want to say, mission first, people always. Thank you.